All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving headfirst into the absolute mess that is Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda from 90 Day Fiancé. Seriously, this story is a wild ride, starting with an open marriage and somehow ending up with threats of deportation. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's just jump right into the deep end here because this is where things get incredibly serious. We're talking about Gino's own cousin, Dana, who went on social media and accused him of something that sounds a whole lot like human trafficking. He's talking about promising someone the world, getting them to leave their country, and then basically treating them like a trophy you lock in a room. I mean, wow, that's a heavy accusation coming from family.
So yeah, an accusation like that from inside the family? It just poured gasoline on an already raging fire. You've got to be wondering, how on earth did reality TV romance get to this point? Well, to figure that out, we need to rewind and look at how this whole thing started to fall apart.
And, believe it or not, this whole saga kicks off with a really unconventional plan to try and save their relationship: an open marriage.
So what are we talking about here? An open marriage is basically an agreement where both people can see others. And this whole thing was Jasmine's idea, right? She was feeling completely disconnected from Gino, zero intimacy, so she proposes this. Now Gino, he eventually says yes, but, and this is a big but, only if he gets to make all the rules for her and this other guy, a man named Matt. And these weren't just simple guidelines, okay? Gino laid down the law. He put limits on how often she could see Matt, he put restrictions on, well, intimacy, and he put in a big red button. If Jasmine caught feelings for Matt, the whole thing was off. And the biggest rule of all? Total 100% transparency from everyone. Jasmine swears up and down she followed every single rule. But it didn't take long for Gino to get suspicious, thinking she was spending way too much time with Matt. And this is where it all just completely unravels. You see, on one side, you've got Jasmine, who says she's playing by the rules. On the other, you have Gino, who, based on nothing but suspicion, kicks her out of the house. So where does she go? She's forced to move in with Matt. But here's the real kicker. The absolute hypocrisy of it all. While he's accusing her, Gino starts a secret relationship with a new woman named Natalie. Remember that whole transparency rule? Yeah, he threw that right out the window.
Okay, so this brings us to the moment where all the lies, all the secrets, all the betrayals crash into each other at what has to be one of the most awkward, disastrous family parties I have ever seen on TV.
You have to understand, this wasn't an accident. Gino basically orchestrated this whole train wreck. Step 1. He meets with Jasmine and dangles this little bit of hope, making her think maybe, just maybe, they can fix things. Step 2. He secretly invites his new girlfriend Natalie to his cousin's birthday party. And step 3. He conveniently forgets to tell Jasmine that Natalie's going to be there. He literally built a social time bomb and just waited for it to go off. And boom. The party completely implodes. A huge, loud public fight just erupts. Jasmine is furious, feeling totally set up and ambushed. And then you have poor Natalie, right? She's caught in the middle of this hurricane, feeling tricked, humiliated, and completely betrayed by Gino. And for Natalie, that was it. Game over. She saw exactly what Gino had done. He'd used her as a pawn in his drama with Jasmine. She basically said, "I want out," packed her stuff, and left. She was done with the whole mess. So, Gino's new relationship is already dead in the water. But you think the drama's over? Oh no. The story's about to take another insane turn, and this time, it's all about Matt. So, let's talk about Matt. Remember him? The other guy from the open marriage agreement? Well, he's become way more than that. When Gino kicked Jasmine out, Matt was the one who gave her a roof over her head. He became her only source of financial support. He was literally the only person she had to lean on through all this emotional chaos. And then, just when you think things can't get any crazier, in the middle of all this wreckage, Matt tells Jasmine he loves her, and then he asks her to marry him. I mean, talk about a plot twist. He's not just a friend anymore, he's offering her a whole new life. Jasmine's reaction? Just complete shock. She just breaks down crying. You have to imagine what's going through her head. Her marriage is in tatters, her husband betrayed her, and now this person who's been her rock is offering her a future. She's caught between a nightmare and a dream she never even saw coming. Okay, on to our final section. So Jasmine is dealing with this life-altering choice, but Gino wasn't done yet, not by a long shot. He's about to make his final move, and it's the coldest one yet. So Gino finds out about Matt's proposal. And in his mind, this is the ultimate proof. This is the ultimate betrayal. His relationship with Natalie is toast,
And now he's convinced himself that this was Jasmine's plan all along, that she just used him to get a ticket to America.
And that's what leads to this, the final nuclear option. He gets her on the phone and he says this, "I've already gone into the immigration. You'll hear from them soon." Just cold. He's not just ending the relationship. He's threatening to upend her entire life and send her back to Panama.
And suddenly, this isn't about a messy breakup anymore. This isn't just about love and heartbreak. The stakes are so much higher now. Jasmine herself said she's super afraid. And why wouldn't she be? The entire life she has fought to build in America is now completely on the line, all because of one phone call.
So, here we are, a broken marriage, a surprise proposal on the table, and the very real threat of deportation hanging over everything. Who comes out of this okay? Does anyone? It's a total mess, with no easy answers. I think if there's one thing to take away from this whole saga, it's a brutal look at what happens when trust just completely evaporates. It doesn't matter what rules you set up, once that's gone, everything can and will fall apart.